It's on to the fifth inning. The Yankees have a 3-2 lead in the absence of manager Joe Girardi, who's with the contingent of Yankees down in Panama for the Legends Series. Rob Thomson, who's normally the Yankee third base coach, is the manager today. Rob, we want to thank you, and thank you for coming on with us.
Thanks, Sing. It's good to be here.
All right. It looks like Mr. Phelps had himself yet another good afternoon.
Yeah, he's been good. You know, he only gave up one in the first inning, battled through it, and threw some good breaking balls. I thought he was around the plate and downhill, and it was pretty good.
Yeah, we got a new pitcher in the ball game now. Looks like David Herndon.
Yes.
Yeah, he's number 2 out of the first man out of the pen today. He'll face Dozier, who hit a home run his first time up. Now, Robbie, of course, we got a battle for the 5th spot in rotation, and Pineda looked good yesterday, and now Phelps today. It looks like neither one of them is giving any ground here.
Yeah, I think it's a good thing for Joe and Larry to try and figure out. You know, it's all those when everybody's pitching well, it's good problems to have.
Yankees leading 3-2. Dozier hit a long home run last time. He got in a predictable count. That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, I think it was a 2-2 pitch or
3-2.
3-2 pitch.
Yeah, and that leading off an inning, you're looking for what? You're looking for the heater.
Yeah.
And he got it, and he lost it.
Yeah, and that was one of the pitches that Phelps got up in the zone too.
You know, Robbie, usually when I talk to you, it's about outfield arm strength, because you're the one, as a third base coach, has to know that sort of thing. And we talked about Aaron Hicks last year, and we thought he was going to be the real deal. He didn't really hit, but he's quite a defender out there in center.
He really is. I mean, he can really go get the ball, and he's got a really, really strong arm. One of the best arms in the American League, anyway.
That pitch misses the Dozier for a ball. If I were to ask you, if you had a chance to pick the top 3 arms from the opposing outfielders in the league, who might you pick?
Well, Bautista in Toronto is a phenomenal arm, and this kid here, Hicks in Minnesota, and the right fielder in Oakland's got a pretty good arm too. And there's a lot of them.
Yeah,
there's
Josh
a lot
Reddick.
of them, you know.
And it's more than just the arm. It's how they approach the ball, too, isn't it?
Yeah, it's how they attack and how they get it out of their glove and into their hand and get it ball in the air, and how accurate they are, too. So, and those guys got it all.
Jason Kubel at the plate. Now, from this point on, you got Herndon maybe for an inning or so?
Yes, and then I think Larry's going to go 2. I'm just looking at my notes here. Probably going to get Banuelos an inning or 2, and Lewis and maybe Betances.
Yeah, Banuelos, a day after his birthday. Yesterday he turned 23. And Coney and I were joking yesterday. We don't remember what it was like to be 23. How about you?
Yeah, no, that's a long time ago now.
Throw to second, and the runner is going to be safe. Dozier in with a stolen base. Good throw by McCann.
Mac's done a nice job for us this year, you know. He blocks the ball well, he receives well, he takes a lot of pride in running the game for the pitcher, and him and Gary Tuck have done a lot of work on his throwing, and he's done a nice job. He's making a lot of improvements.
Now, it's a close play at second. He just got in there as we look at the replay. What's it like having Tuck back on the staff again?
He's one of the best catching guys ever been around. He's got so much passion for it, and the
ground ball to second. There's the out.
The catchers really love him.
You know, Robbie, you mentioned that competition's a good thing. You know, you guys will sort it out. Phelps today. I like Adam Warren. I think he's really come a long way. But, I talked to you a little bit last night when I saw you, you need 6 or 7 starters nowadays. I mean, this whole competition thing, it's kind of a little bit overplayed, because at some point during the season, you're going to need starts from somewhere else. And the depth that you have, whether it's Pineda or Warren or whoever's next in line, maybe even Banuelos down the line. I mean, it's so important for the organization.
Yeah, no question. We've seen it every year. Even the year we won the World Series, we used 6, 7, 8 starters at times, or different guys anyway. And and those guys will pitch out of the bullpen, I'm sure, at some point. And Manny had a year off or 2 years off, so he's going to need some time to build up. But it's the good problems to have, and all these guys seem to be pitching well, and that's one exciting thing about spring training, is seeing these guys that have been hurt in the past, like David Herndon, for example, finally getting out on the mound. Manny Banuelos, Michael Pineda, for example, getting him out on the mound and watching the ball come out of his hands. So those are some of the little exciting things that happen during spring training.
I just saw you setting the defense. What were you trying to get done on the right side there?
Trying to play the infield in here with one out. But I've got the headset on, so Mick's got it.
Okay. Runner in third, one down. Yankees protecting a one-run lead. Oswaldo Arcia at the plate. And a little chopper foul.
You know, Robbie, we've seen so many progressive defensive shifts sort of happen over the last several years. And I kind of noticed in spring training you guys are getting more aggressive as well. Would we anticipate that during the regular season? More and more shifts, more and more aggressive type defensive alignments.
Yeah, I think so. You know, we've had a lot of data, and guys upstairs have done a great job putting the data together and you know, letting us know who the pull guys are and making sure that we understand that, you know, it doesn't matter whether you're pitching in or away. Usually if a guy's a pull guy, he's a pull guy. And so we've been playing with it during spring training, and we've had a little bit of success with it, and the players are starting to buy in. So, you know, we'll keep working at it and attacking it. And there's a lot of things to it. You know, it's doubles, where do guys rotate? Fly balls with a runner on first base, where do guys rotate? So there's a lot of work that goes into it, and a lot of talking, a lot of communication amongst the players.
That was a big strikeout for Herndon in a situation where you needed one, and he struck out Arcia. Arcia strikes out for the third time today. He's not going to like that bus ride back to Fort Myers.
Yeah, that's a long one.
Well, the Yankees are headed down that way next week, playing the Red Sox.
Yeah, I think we'll get down there twice next week.
Well, you got the Twins as well.
Yeah.
Ground ball towards third, and by the third baseman second and on into left field. That's going to tie the ball game as Dozier scores. Well, Colabello drives in his second run of the day on the single. This guy had a big year last year in AAA. Got called up to the big leagues.
Minnesota's done a nice job. Well, they've done a nice job for years. I mean, they scout and they have great player development, and they always seem to have some guys running around the minor leagues.
That'll bring up Wilkin Ramirez, who's 0 for 2 today. Now it's a 3-3 ball game. You know, people don't realize, and I've realized this over the years, how hard the coaches work. They get there very early, well before the bus. They're on that first bus to the ballpark. And Robbie, it's not to blow smoke, but the fact is, you've got a hard-working staff here under manager Joe Girardi.
Yeah, I think all of our guys do a great job. I really do, and you know, and Joe works hard too. So I mean, you don't get in the door with Joe unless you're a hard worker. So yeah, they spend a lot of hours at it, and they have a lot of passion, a lot of pride in it.
And we mentioned up here in the booth that last year, with all the injuries, the Yankees used 56 players. That's more than 2 teams. To get 85 wins out of a situation like that, it's just testament to you guys and what you were able to do to keep things moving as best as you could.
Yeah, well, I appreciate that, but you know, and yeah, it was some good things happened during the course of the year, but at the end of the day, unless you win a world championship, it's not what we're looking for.